Jesus shows us that Mary and Joseph, in obedience to the Mosaic law, go to the Temple of Jerusalem to offer their child to the Lord as their firstborn, to be redeemed by a sacrifice. This is one of those cases in which the liturgical season reflects the historical, because today we mark precisely 40 days from the feast of Christmas. The theme of Christ, the light, which has characterized the series of Christmas feasts and culminated in the Feast of the Epiphany, is taken up and extended to the celebration today. The ritual act of Jesus' parents occurs in the style of humble obscurity that characterizes the incarnation of the Son of God, and receives a remarkable reception by the elderly Simeon and the prophetess Anna. By divine inspiration, they recognize in that child the Messiah foretold by the prophets. In the encounter between the venerable old man Simeon and Mary, a young mother, the Old and New Testaments come together in a wonderful way in thanksgiving for the gift of light, which shone in the darkness and prevented it from prevailing. Lord Christ, a light to the revelation of the Gentiles, and the glory of thy people Israel. On the day when the Church commemorates the presentation of Jesus in the temple, we celebrate the day of consecrated life. In fact, the Gospel story to which we refer is a significant icon of the giving of one's life by those who, through the evangelical councils, have been called to bear witness in the Church and to the world the characteristic features of Jesus: chaste, poor, and obedient, the consecrated one of the Father. On today's feast, we therefore celebrate the mystery of consecration, the consecration of Christ, the consecration of Mary, the consecration of all those who commit themselves to following Jesus for the sake of the kingdom of God. According to the intuition of Blessed John Paul II, the first to celebrate it in 1997, the day dedicated to consecrated life assumes some particular aims. First, it responds to the need to give praise and to thank the Lord for the gift of this form of life, which belongs to the Church's holiness. To each consecrated person, the prayers of the entire community are dedicated today, giving thanks to God the Father, the giver of all good, for the gift of this vocation, and in faith calls on Him to increase them. Moreover, this occasion is intended to highlight the witness of those who have chosen to follow Christ through the evangelical councils by promoting knowledge and appreciation of consecrated life among the people of God. Finally, the day for consecrated life is intended especially for you, dear brothers and sisters, who have embraced this condition in the Church, as a valuable opportunity to renew your intentions and revitalize the sentiments that inspire giving of yourself to the Lord.
La donazione di voi stessi al Signore. Questo vogliamo fare oggi.
This is what we wish to do today. This is the commitment that you are called to make every day of your life. On the occasion of the 50th anniversary of the opening of the Second Vatican Ecumenical Council, I called, as you know, the Year of Faith, which opens next October. All the faithful, but in a particular way, members of institutes of consecrated life, have welcomed this initiative as a gift, and I hope that they will live the Year of Faith as a favorable time for inner renewal, of which we always feel the need, with introspection on the core values and the requirements of their own consecration. In the Year of Faith, you who have accepted the call to follow Christ more closely through the profession of the evangelical counsels, you are invited to deepen even further your relationship with God. The evangelical counsels, accepted as a true rule of life, strengthen the faith, hope, and charity which unite us to God. This deep closeness to the Lord, which must be the priority and characterize your existence, will lead you to a renewed attachment to Him and will have a positive influence on your particular presence and form of apostolate within the people of God. Through the contribution of your charisms in fidelity to the magisterium, in order to be witnesses of the faith and grace, credible witnesses to the Church and the world today. With whatever means it deems appropriate, the Congregation for Institutes of Consecrated Life and Societies of Apostolic Life will suggest guidelines and will facilitate this Year of the Faith so that it may become for all of you a year of renewal and fidelity, so that all consecrated men and women may commit themselves enthusiastically to the new evangelization. While I extend my cordial greetings to the prefect of the congregation, Archbishop João Braz Davis, whom I wanted to count among the cardinals who I will create in the next consistory, I gladly take this joyful occasion to thank him and his collaborators for the valuable service they give to the Holy See and to the whole Church. Dear brothers and sisters, I also thank each one of you for wanting to participate in this liturgy, which, thanks to your presence, is distinguished by a special climate of devotion and meditation. I wish your religious families well as they progress and add my best wishes for your training and apostolate. May the Virgin Mary, disciple, servant, and mother of the Lord, obtain from the Lord Jesus that those who have received the gift of following him in the consecrated life can bear witness with a transfigured life, walking joyfully with their other brothers and sisters towards our heavenly homeland and the light that never fades.
Che non conosce tramonto. Amen.
The Holy Father, in his homily, recognizing the 50th anniversary of the Second Vatican Council and the special year for faith that he has called to commemorate that year, thanking the religious men and women present in the Basilica for their contributions to the life of the Church and the development of the laity. He highlighted the special role that the Congregation for institutes of consecrated life and apostolic life will have during that year of faith in setting out guidelines for different ways for these communities to live out this year of faith and to use it as an opportunity to deepen their own relationship with Christ.